1, 2, testing. 1, 2, testing. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Hello. Waiting for a bit of people coming on. Saturday seems to be slow today. Because I guess people are on vacation, I'm not sure. But anyways, I have good news. Incredible news. So, I receive a thought after these crazy workouts I've been doing. It ends up that I was pretty good shape. And then I search on ChatGPT because I had this thought marathon, not sure why, but I seem to be in shape for doing that and smooth transition. Hello Paris, comment ça va? So now I sent a couple of messages to everybody, and it's funny because my brother's girlfriend mentioned, do you want to run for women? I was like, 5K. Wow, this is weird because I searched this on ChatGPT recently, and then she mentioned that a couple of days after. Well, that's a sign that I'm saying maybe it is a thing. So the idea is, I called a couple of people around. I ended up talking to Katie Sullivan on Facebook, ask her where she can get people to run, because I know she does a lot of running. So I contacted Katie Sullivan, Dogma, and she referred me to Kim. So Kim is basically the owner of Running Room, and Running Room is like sponsors in so many different running around New Brunswick. So that's very cool. I was like, wow, this is interesting. This might be a door for me. Did not know, but I'm actually trained for this stuff. So I got this idea of doing these marathons, but it's like 5K, 10K. Okay, I can start with that. So anyways, I went and I looked at all the events around, and she mentioned a couple. Thank you very much, Kim, for sharing all of this stuff, because that just also primed me to think about even further training. But yeah, so short story thing, I looked a couple of things around. I was like, no way, this is a setup plan. How is this possible? So crazy. So there's a running room, very cool. So there's a run for women, which is coming on May 4th. So that's one step, right? And on a daily basis, I've been running quite a bit. I won't say how much because I made a mistake in miles instead of kilometers. So it ends up way more than I thought. But I'm ready for this. So make sure you have already a good pair of running shoes. My friend Cecil you just came in the right time, because I want to. That's the reason why I'm here to represent. Together we can inspire and challenge, change lives. But this is funny. You went onto my channel right now. That is so cool. But I want to represent Alexandre Parks in the marathons. That's what I'm seeing, because I'm so in shape. C'est comme I realized, because I bought myself a Garmin watch, that my miles, the treadmill is on miles, not kilometers. So I ended up doing, for these last couple of months, and my intense 2 hours of cardio over, as ended up as 100 kilometers to 120 kilometers in 1 week. I did the mistake, but I still was able to do it. Now, what is this? And now my watch calculated this week's cardio, because I decided to pull off, because I met Gilles, that guided me to help me to find out what is my VO2 max, how much breathing I do, and I'm actually up in the elite, up to the 2% to 5% in the population of good VO2 max. So only 2% is pretty high, and I'm still going up after all these trainings. So he gave me an ability to train on the zone 2 to be able to sustain that run. And I'm pretty sure I can do, like, I was doing like 3 marathons max a week in that challenge, which is, anyways, I just recently saw this because my watch was saying, how can I find miles or kilometers? Because people are saying 10K, 20K, 42K. Mine was in miles. Okay. So 89 kilometers this week. Not bad. That's 2-hour marathon. That's 2-hour marathon. I've never done this in my life. So, and it takes about 2 hours to make, anyways, anyways, that's why I feel like I'm ready for this. So I have a setup. I called a couple of places to have this setup. And all the runs, I was able to find a certain way how to get runs, and some daily runs from Running Room. And it's cool because they do runnings every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and it's a 5K to 8K, I think. But that doesn't mean that I should not keep working even more. If I can do 2 hours a day of cardio, that means I'm very ready for something pretty insane. I'll take it, because how is it possible that now it's all ending up like double the freaking distance out of nowhere? But no wonder I was so tired. My heart rate is down to 43. That's a resting. I'm in shape. I mean, I tested my heart rate such a low level that I know when I feel off, that's where my heart rate is. So I will eat more sugar and I will eat more energy. So I think I can control that in that sense. But I go with the flow. So in these runnings, I want to represent Alexandre Parks in the marathons, because it's a good cause. So why not do some wonderful runs, right? So, Cecil, merci Jean-Marc. It's been quite a journey, while just trusting the things I receive and not denying what I receive. And for me, it's the thoughts I receive. And denying them, I would not be where I'm at today, mentally, spiritually, physically. But it's all coming from my thoughts I receive and accepting them, because accepting them, mastering how to accept my thoughts, is how to master how to love myself. And today is a grateful day, because tomorrow it's not guaranteed. So why not be my best self today? that to me is such a powerful thing to live by, because I stand for hope and I stand for inspiring others. And I've done so much movement in people around. Such a grateful place to be. But it's hard work. But there's a way. Solid tackling the thoughts that I receive and accepting them and do a lot of journaling has changed my things. But yeah, so trusting the way. So my friend mentioned run for a woman, and I was like, no way. 5K to 10K, that's cool. Before, a couple of days ago, I was searching on ChatGPT, how would I transition to marathon? And the ChatGPT thought I was doing kilometers, but the reality I was doing, no, ChatGPT was saying I was doing kilometers, and it was only like 26, 30 to 50. And I was like, what? No. This is actually kilometers that I ran. So I'm at 100 kilometers a week during that crazy thing. And that's like, so I'm going to do a minute. Je lis ton comment, Nicole. Un immense. Tu vas me faire pleurer. But c'est émotionnel. And there's a reason behind that. I do not know why. But I know it's good. Because tomorrow it's not guaranteed. Why not share this message today? Give me a second que je lis ton comment. So many things here. Immense merci pour ton encouragement entraînant pour le marathon en l'honneur d'Alexandre. C'est profondément touchant de voir doué faire un avancée l'histoire de la mission de la Fondation. Ton geste nous inspire et contribue à garder vivant le mémoire d'Alexandre. Tout en donnant espoir et en haute, merci de fond de mon cœur pour soutien, c'est sincère et déterminé. Avec toute ma gratitude. Merci. Absolument. I don't know why I had this feeling, but I feel like I'm ready for this. Je pense que, c'est un petit peu deep, mais je pense que c'est lui qui nous guide. Je pense que c'est mon frère qui nous guide. Comme tu avais dit l'autre fois, Francis puis lui, et probablement me guider sans savoir. But there's a sense of presence there, so I believe that. C'est un grand honneur pour moi d'être capable de supporter quelque chose profondément comme ça aujourd'hui. C'est quoi les chances qu'on a dans les jours? C'est quoi les chances qu'on a aujourd'hui pour faire une représentation d'une gratitude comme ça? Vraiment rare. La situation que je me fais du workout like a crazy man, why not share something grateful out of that? Et c'est pas seulement lui, c'est aussi mon frère. I stand in resilience because I believe in God in such a way that without Him, I would not be here. And every time que there's a trial, I seem every time to go to a resilience place to build something greater than myself. That's so important to me because it's telling me who I am. And I can't change that. And why I want to live an healthy life. To refine that line of wanting to be this way. You cannot take that from anybody else Nobody can. So why not build something like that? C'est une chance de voir, c'est une chance de sharer le moment qu'on peut faire. Puis ça donne l'espoir. That gives hope in so many ways. I like to stand for that even more today than it was before. Why not cherish the life I have today and treat it like a gift that's been given like a child in your hand? Delicate treatment for what we've got today. Doing these things and pushing my limits is treating this timeline that I have today in a grateful way before I leave this life. That's what it represents to me. All of this moment. So why not add more to it in a great way? So that's why I'm doing this. It's a massive challenge, but I've never done that myself. And it's funny because Gabriel Basque mentioned, have you ever thought of Iron Man? I did not know what Iron Man was. I searched it up. It's a triathlon. He put that in my mind. I received this thought, so I can't deny what I receive. It is the thought. That thought can lead to that place. I don't know. But for now, running. But it's such a powerful thing. So there's a run for women. C'est un privilège d'être là aujourd'hui. Embrace life because you never know what it will end. Wow! Ça vient de lui. Ben, c'est vrai. Sans ça, je serais pas aussi fort dans mes pensées. Parce que demain worries itself. But aujourd'hui, we can make an impact. If I die tomorrow and I share this message today, that's a grateful moment to me. Because I shared a message that deep. To stand for that sort of thing. That's who I am. Can't change that. To accept that is to accept how to love myself. And that's how I see it. So why not do that? So there is a run for women coming up in May 4th because Megan has given me this message. So I try to find out a way to organize because it's organized by the Superstore. And I'm like, no way, it's free. No way, that's so cool. Okay, so there's a setup for that. But then I'm a bit skeptic because I may not be able to, if I don't register now, and this event from Superstore don't happen, I don't know. So who knows? I'm a bit rushed out to say I have to be on that no matter what. I will keep contacting the person. And like if I don't hear anything, I will pay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change. But okay, so ça c'est la run for women, which is cool. It's supporting in support of a little courageous trauma-informed daycare operated by Beau Séjour Family Crisis Resource for mental health. Why not? It's a good cause. And it's a pretty big organization anyways. So every year, all over the place in New Brunswick, I think it could be all the world, not sure, but multiple location does it. It's a pretty big thing. I did not know that, but it's cool. So why not join that? Yeah, so all the prices are there. Anybody who wants to join this, oh man, if we had a couple of shirts of Alexandre, not sure if you're able to do that because it might be against the policies, but there's still some spot left for running this thing. So April 1st to April 28th, you can register for a 5K, a 10K. You can also do a 1K little steps. That's, I think, and it says here, Technical t-shirt, bracelet, and your legendary swag bag. It's included in that. Technical t-shirt, bracelet, and our legendary swag bag. Okay, so you receive some stuff while you pay. That's pretty cool. These are new to me. I have no idea what those things are in the marathon, or it's a 5K, 10K, it doesn't matter. But it's like, it's totally new to me. But somehow the door is open. How is this possible? I don't know how. It's like I tried to do some bicycle and join those events they do for road bike and all that stuff. I didn't seem to be able to open that door, but I opened the door for pedal for parks. Wow. It's even better than I thought. And then Nicole and Cecil followed me up with their RV for 11 hours. And we did a ride of 164 kilometers. That is such a grateful thing. I had this vision in my head for years, and now that's what happened. Incredible. Very grateful for that. That's why I want to represent that in that way too. Who knows where that's going to go. But so Run for Women, 5K or 10K. I truly know I can do a 10K because I was doing a 10K on my treadmill pretty easily. We'll see. But 10K shouldn't be an issue. With a VO2 max of 62, I don't know what that number means, but I feel very in good shape. So, pretty cool. That's one of them, May 4th. And then there's a summer 5K Solstice. I have no idea what that is. I saw that. It was shared by the running room with Kim when I called them. So you have a 5K run and a 5K walk, but there is 22 spots remaining. So I'm assuming I will have to buy this ticket as soon as possible. And you know what? They give shoes. So cool. Did you ever open a door? Oh my goodness, that door, man. Hey, ça pas incroyable. C'est pas de bon sens. But c'est incroyable. C'est incroyable. I open this here. Look at that. You guys created this within a week. La vitesse que t'as fait ça. C'est mind-blowing. But there's a pedal for parks coming in at Kushibukwak National Park, and it's such a beautiful park for doing bike. And then you got like June 21st, 2025, Saturday, another ride like that. It's insane. So it's such a beautiful thing to stand for. I don't know, man. C'est awesome. So this here, j'ai pensé à ça, Nicole. Des souliers avec la signature d'Alexandre Parks dessus. Même design du website. Look at that. Man's New Balance Fuel Cell version 1. J'ai aucune idée c'est quoi. But look what they're doing here. They're doing a run for 5K. You pay $138 to enter. And then you got Solstice is back bigger than ever. And it's like all participants will receive a pair of running shoes and finished medal. Shoe size are limited, so I have to register right away. But I'm going to have some running shoes. Let's collect running shoes by winning stuff. You know what I mean? Or doing something cool. And there's different size. There's a 10, 11, 9.5. Mine is 10. And then for men is like up to 13. But I'm going to have some running shoes. Quoi la chance. And then you got medals for this. That I never had a medal in my life, okay? But this is pretty meaningful. Le livre fonctionne pas bien. Thank you so much for me. Hey, Jean-Marc, thank you for saying that. It's always a good thing. Can't go wrong if we're giving our best self today. Even though sometimes it's not best, but it's the best you can give during that time. So, yeah. So this will be the challenge. The summer 5K, June 20th, 2025. That's the one that's around here, so why not run that? Es-tu rendu aux médailles? Ah, des médailles sont en bas ici. So Solstice medals. But never had medals, but that medal looks very nice. Cool. And I'm not too fussy with medals. I mean, it's not about winning. It's about giving. That's what it is. Do your best with what you got. So yeah, so Solstice 5K is up. I will register for that. And then the big marathon. This is the reason why I'm doing all this, is that the big marathon is Legs for Literacy. And that's October 5th. I've never done a run like this, but I'm thankful that they shared the map of what is the run. And I thought of, I may practice a couple of runs like this in the same section just to get used to it. And it's so cool because this is 42, I think it's 42 kilometers for a run. 5K. Okay, so certified routes for our 10K, half marathon and marathon, plus a flat, fast 5K. Race Expo. Not sure what that is. But we're talking about pretty low price for joining something massive that way. I saw some people last year and I was like, what's going on here? Okay. And I'm like, how can I join these running things? I was not ready back then. Way out. But this is coming up, October 5th. And it's amazing. So the map is given here. I have the map of that thing, which, try to zoom in more. So that's the map. This is massive, but it's right close to my place. What is the chances that this is right to where I live? It's pretty set up well for me. I think God wants me to make it easy for me. So it starts from, I think, the main street, and then it goes down to the Dover, Amiralt, and then it goes on the side of the street also. So we're talking about the Parc Rotary. Okay, so there's pretty high heels in that. But it will be interesting to test myself in that route, because I do this with my bike back and forth to test myself. And that's the route I get. I use the Amiralt to go to Memram Cook with my bike. So I am familiar with that spot as well. So there's so many things kind of lined up in the right place. You know what I mean? So why not? So that's so cool. We'll see. But you know, I'm doing this video because there's so many things connected to that. I've never done that in my life, and why not try it, right? Even though I don't succeed or not, it's not about that. It's about doing it. It's pretty exciting because I've never done something like that. So we'll keep running and practicing run to see where I go. And then I have a sort of a mentor. Gilles Ensemble is keeping track on me, which is such a blessing because he's so cool. Super down to earth, that guy. And he improved what I need to know every day on my calorie intake. So powerful. And then it's like, it led me to buy a Garmin watch to track where I I burn my calories and how much stress I have. What is my sleeping? Like it's really cool technology these days. It's going to scan my heart rate and it's going to define everything from that. So cool. And you know, my sleeping score today was not bad. It was bad, but you know, I went to sleep with my watch on Wednesday, and basically I had a 92% sleep. The next day was 82. The next day was 87. So I fluctuate between that, which is good for healing. But it's cool to see like the levels of REM and the levels of different light sleep and all that stuff. It's kind of give you an idea of what your recovery is. And also, it's giving also a readiness workout. Like it would say how many hours you need to recover before doing a workout. It's pretty cool. Rest days. Look at here. Recovery hours. I have 3 hours to recover. That's off. I don't understand that myself, but yeah. And so you can track also your footsteps. You can track all your activities. There's all sorts of sports in that. You've got let's see here. You got the track, run. You got treadmill. You got cardio, bike, walk, strength training, biking indoors, pole swim, open water, triathlon. It's like it's all set up to kind of track your timing and how you do exercise. It's pretty cool. So other than that, very cool. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to represent Alexandre Parks through all these. And just to explain, if you guys want to go see the website, so I don't want to butcher it up. So here's about our foundation. The mission is, at the core of our mission lies to inspire a story of Alexandre, who guides us in our commitment to research through the doctoral scholarships while spreading a message of hope to overcome life's challenges. It's beautiful. The board of directors, our board as directors, is an exceptional group of volunteers who bring their collective wisdom and dedication to the forefront. And the scholarship program, they raise a couple of over the years. They every year they raise about 50K at the golf events. The Pitiful Parks is also another place to raise money for the scholarships for people to do the research. Serve a vital resource in supporting these emerging scientists and enabling them to further contribute to our community. And then here we have Inspiration Alexandre Parks, available for purchase. That's a book that it's all his quotes of life in it. Very motivating quotes in it. Powerful stuff. There's a bunch of videos here that's telling the story of Alexandre Parks. And scholarships, annual charity golf tournament, you got charity benefits dinner in Pitiful Parks. But get here. If I can find I want to read the about, if I can find it. About. Here we go. At the Foundation Alexandre Parks Foundation, we firmly believe that together we can promote hope and change lives. Our foundation is dedicated to making a meaningful impact in the fields of autoimmune, enteropathy, breast cancer, and pulmonary fibrosis, inspired by the remarkable journey of Alexandre's passion for local medical research. He was in that he had this he had this autoimmune disease. He had this thing that was difficult, so he passed away a couple of years ago. And you know, like now it's like built in to keep the research for Alexandre Parks, because he was in that field to research about his own illness, you know what I mean? So that's very cool. And now it's still keep going, and that's so far, this is what is going on. It's powerful stuff. Alexandre's story serves as a powerful testimony to the resilience of the human spirit despite facing significant challenges due to the autoimmune system atrophy. He remained determined and passionate about making a difference. His unwavering and love for science continue to inspire us. To honor Alexandre's legacy and further his vision, we are proud to offer scholarships to PhD students. These scholarships provide the resources and support they need to pursue groundbreaking research and find innovative solutions for autoimmune system enteropathy, breast cancer, and pulmonary fibrosis. Through these scholarships, we aim to empower the next generation of scientists by fueling investment in understanding, prevention, and treatment of these conditions. We recognize that many individuals are faced with medical problems that often require innovative treatments, since conventional mainstream medicine may not always provide the answers we seek. That's where the local medical research comes in by playing a crucial role in uncovering new insights, developing cutting-edge treatments, and improving healthcare outcome for our community. It allows us to address the unique needs and challenges faced by individuals with autoimmune enteropathy, breast cancer, and pulmonary fibrosis. I have a hard time to pronounce all these names, but anyways, that's the thing. That's what Alexandre Parks was going through. So it's like it was very hard on so many levels to live that way. He couldn't eat solid foods. It was just, and he still had a gratitude. That's the thing. His gratitude cannot pretend. He had a life. He never had a girlfriend. He wished he had one. That's what I understood. But he was in a state of gratitude despite the situation. There's a lot of pain, but he's still resilient in the things he's doing. That's hard to this is hard to find, to be strong that way. Through research, we can unlock innovative solutions, personalized therapies, and novel approaches that have the potential to transform lives. Research holds the premise of improving the lives of countless individuals, offering hope where it may have seemed elusive. It empowers us to think beyond the confines of traditional treatment by exploring new frontiers. It is through research that we can uncover better diagnosis, make effective therapies, and ultimately find cures. By supporting our foundation, by supporting Alexandre Parks Foundation, you become an integral part of this journey. Together we ignite hope and create meaningful impact in the lives of those affected by the autoimmune, enteropathy, breast cancer, and pulmonary fibrosis. Your contribution enable us to continue to funding critical local research, raising awareness, and providing essential resources. Together, let's inspire hope and transform lives. That's what I want to represent. But yeah, so doing all these marathons, Alexandre disait, je ne pense pas à ce que je n'ai pas, mais à ce que j'ai. à 15 ans qui pensent de même. And you represent it well, mon ami. Merci, Nicole. That means a lot. It's the resilience. The more I think of it, every time I have a down, I would truly go to the resilience that what God gave me as a gift today, to really heal myself back in that spot where who I am can't be changed. That's where I need to be. I can call myself a saint or not, but I want to refine the line of standing at this refinement of gift, that I should treat it that way and accept that through my life, because that's what keeps me going. And that's my way of being resilient. Every time I do something, I go back to God. I go back to that who I am thing and accept that, because that's what is worth living to me. Truly, that's who I am, and I cannot pretend that. But every time I get hit, I overcome such a thing, and I always push that limit. Being worth, people say overtraining, but what is overtraining if you're giving your all? Because tomorrow may be gone, why not give your all? Being your best self today, it's not about overtraining. It's about testing the limit of what God has given me today. Because I'm just a blink of an eye gone. Why not use and embrace that and to share that as best I can while I'm alive? That's a beautiful place to be. I can't deny that. That's coming from here. It's not coming from the mind. Too afraid is a misled thing. But my heart wants to live. Let's test the boundaries, because God has given me the boundaries. I truly believe that God is saving me in that life. It's deeper than myself. It's deeper than words. And that's what I truly believe. Can't change that. Whoever says I can't change that, they don't know the limitation of who I am. Accepting who I am, and that's how it goes. And because of my brother passed away, j'avais marqué quelque chose hier. Because of him, that's why I cherish my life. Because I think he's guiding me through that to become a saint, or to become the refined line of I appreciate my life in such gratitude today. Why not? Let's not waste a minute of what that gift has been given me today. Not a slight waste. Just live and give that. Give that back. We have a chance today, because tomorrow that chance may be gone. I will think this way because I have no choice. But that's why I do all these things. My recent cardio crazy machine thing, my thought was so attacking my brain until my thought left my brain. The war was gone. I started walking. A tremendous peace came to my life. I cut all the bad habits. I don't even want to cheat meal anymore, because I embrace the things I have achieved today and understanding who I am today. Embracing the way I eat is also embracing who I am. If I eat all weird stuff, how can I progress the gift of life that God has given me? It's not worth it. Eating to me, when I go eat a random cheat meal, it lags the system. Why not refine how to eat to perform better? Because my time is limited. We're a glimpse of eye. We're blinking of eye. We can die tomorrow. Yeah. It's powerful stuff. But yeah, so this is going to be an interesting thing, but I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I wouldn't be able to do it because my shape is pretty good now. Moi aussi, j'ai perdu un ami quand j'ai perdu 100 ans. Il était jusqu'au bout. Wow. C'est ça. Pareil, c'est comme mon frère left me a message since the beginning of my life, 4 years old. Some people will take it as a selfish thing, and some people will take it a selfless way. That selfless way gives me a message of resilience with that power, because it gave me the gift to understand life. It made me understand what is the moment now, because somehow he knew that he would have passed away, some weird reason. And there's so many little connections through that it all linked to the day that he passed away. It was the same number on the Star Trek spaceship number 1701. He was a huge fan of that thing. The day before, from what I understand, it says I don't have to go back to school because I understand everything. So the next day he passed away. What? Weird. But that's being said, today is a life to make a difference. That's it. All the thing you can do is share. You can't judge anything from life. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you receive, if you judge that, I judge myself. If I judge that to myself, the thing I receive, I judge myself to deny. Why would I deny this? If that moment in life has given me this opportunity today, would I want to deny what I'm trying to do? Or to trust the process despite the situation? I always told myself, doing massive things in my life, massive things happen in my life. Doing rare things in my life, rare things happens in my life. Doesn't matter what it is, but to trust the process of trusting to work hard to it, somehow, to me, has changed my life. Every single time I focused on a random thing that's massive. It doesn't matter what we do, man. It's just that it's like God or life molds itself to the things we do. How far do I want to push that? I want to push it so far because that's how far I will get. Such a turnover in so many ways, but it's doing it in a meaningful way, because all I do things for is the testimony of what God has given me today. That's why I do that. And I'm resilient to those core values. But I understand it more today than before. So that's why I want to be that way. I don't care if I'm a single man forever, because I know I can trust Him instead of other things. And I now know who I am today better than before. I cherish my life today. Nobody can take that from me. And that's a grateful life to be. You cannot buy that. Can't pretend either, right? So, yeah. And it's funny because, for example, once I speak on Facebook, I go back outside. I'm a bit sketched out. I don't know why. I'm just a bit like reserved. It's so weird. But I should not be that way. I'm trying to reinforce that line to be real more than ever in that sense. But we'll see where that leads. But I'm always refining who I am because I can't pretend who I am. And if I deny that, I just deny myself. So, yeah, accepting the things I have no matter what. So we have this challenge representing Alexandre Parks Foundation. And more to come. I don't know what's going to come. But I know that this is a slight surface of what can be and what I can do. Because it's presenting itself to me today at that level. It's such a random thing. But it's just right. So we'll see. We'll do a 5K, 10K. We'll keep running on the treadmill. We'll probably do other things. Meanwhile, I will keep drawing, obviously. But this is going to be pretty much the focus I'm going to try to do. To do a massive change. Even though I already have a massive change. But it's always pushing the limits. So yeah, super cool. If anybody on this channel is seeing any marathon flyers or marathon ads or events or whatever, please share those to me, because that's more training and I will take those training along the way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that massive challenge, but I think I can pull it off. If I can do the Sackville Hill there a couple of times a week, I can probably do that better now than before. So let's do this. That's so cool. So all right, that's hey Goofy Goober. Alisa, comment ça va? I just shared the marathons and the events I can join. So running room, you got Run for Women, and you got Solstice 5K, and they give free shoes. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Where is it? Did I lost it? I think I did. Yeah, I lost the no, it's right here. So they give free shoes, man. So if I run with this, I got free shoes. Pretty nice shoes. New Brunswick. I don't know, it's probably like not the best shoes, but you join it, it costs $132. I'm okay with that. If anyone wants to register and participate in Pedal for Parks, yes, yeah, okay, give me a second. So yes, if anybody wants to join, I will put that in the actual commentary of the post once it's done. But yeah, so anybody wants to register for Pedal for Parks, it's at the Kushibukwak National Park, New Brunswick. And super cool event. Last year was like really well organized for a first shot, and I was like mind blown. All of this because I decided to do a challenge of 162 kilometers. We went to Skoduk, Point Cap, and then Buktush, and that came out of this, which is Pedal for Parks. So what a grateful moment to share. I also did the photography for them too, so that's another cool bonus. But anyways, yeah, so I supported this cause for many ways, so that's super cool. So yeah, so if you guys want to join that, super cool. It's in New Brunswick. It's a nice park. and that's from 10 a.m. The ride starts at 10:30, and then it finishes at lunch 12:30 p.m. And people can stay. Last time I stayed with my friend and we did the full round. It was very nice. We saw some bears. Scary, man. But it was cool. Yeah. The payment is only $30 to go, which is actually pretty cool compared to the other things. So yeah. And then there's other things, donation forms, but they're also going to be some, how do you know? I'm confused with this name. The jersey. I forget the name of the shirts. But jersey of Pitiful Parks, well designed, super cool. Sponsored by Canadian Tire, Kim Laflamme, and Jonathan Planté. Wait a second, I know Planté. I did a portrait for somebody that is called Planté. Wow, okay. And then you got Rinslers for the meet on Main Street, Mountain Road. That's supporting this. And the park is supporting that too. So we have a free spot. It's pretty cool, man. And then we have what? 69 days left. So if you want to have some more information, go on to the website. You get a free parking entrance and a free lunch and much more. Ah, nice. Okay, so free parking. Usually it's not free parking. I'm gonna share this thing here. Cool. So I guess on a free parking, you know? Yeah, but il y a pas mal assez de monde. What's the maximum people? Do you know what's the maximum people? Is there a limit? A 100 people. Okay, so we have 100 people max. Can I share this live? Once I'm done, Paris, I will share you the link on your Facebook Messenger, and you can share that directly. Once I'm done this live, you'll have a share button, and then you can share that too. I will put the links in there too. Okay, cool. I appreciate that, Paris. But yes, so rock and roll. Today, I finished my week with 90 kilometers of running. Not bad. But actually, I did some Monday too, so it's probably like around 100. And we'll see how it goes next week. My knees are a bit tender, but it's gonna be all right. Give you more people. Yes, absolument. Well, I'm looking forward to all this. We have a great weather today, too, on top of it. This weather is coming up, man. It's so cool. I can't wait to bike. I can't wait to do some biking. It's going to be a mixture of biking, and then a mixture of running, and then a mixture of biking, and then a mixture of running. So it's back and forth. It's gonna be cool because I feel like I'll be able to kind of gauge how my body feels. 60 miles approximately of running. Yes, madame. That's a lot. For the couple of months I've been running about like minimum 50 kilometers, and then I pulled double once I did the challenge of 5 weeks to 6 weeks. And I keep running the same. So I should just keep doing the thing. My heart rate is pretty low on the... yeah, man, my heart rate is low. It goes back to 43. My average heart rate at the lowest is always 45, 44, 45, 43. Pretty crazy, but I'm pretty good for that. Listening to myself and my body, how it reacts, super important. Yeah. But yeah, so I will share all these on my Facebook, and then you guys are going to be able to share that up. Very cool. I will go. May God bless your lives, and never give up. Always be real and true, and be grateful to the things we have today, because tomorrow we never know. Inspire others today. That's a grateful moment today. All right. I'll see you later.